Imagine a place where the sun is your enemy, where stepping outside meaning facing temperatures that can literally cook an egg on the pavement. A place so hostile that people decided the only way to survive was to disappear underground. This is Coober Pedy, Australia's underground town where over half the population doesn't live on Earth, they live in it. Welcome to one of the strangest towns on the planet. Coober Pedy sits in the heart of South Australia's outback, about 850 kilometers north of Adelaide. And when I say outback, I mean the middle of nowhere. This is one of the harshest environments on Earth. During summer, temperatures regularly soar between 40 to 45 degrees Celsius. That's 104 to 113 degrees Fahrenheit. And it's not just hot, it's relentlessly hot. Day by day, the sun beats down with almost no mercy. Rainfall barely 175 millimeters a year. For comparison, London gets about 600. There are no rivers, no lakes, just dust, rock, and heat. So when European settlers arrived here in the early 1900s, they faced a brutal question: how do you build a life in a place that seems designed to kill you? The answer: don't build up, build down. The story of Coober Pedy begins in 1915 when a 14-year-old boy named Willie Hutchison was out prospecting with his father. He stumbled upon something glittering in the rocks: opal. And not just any opal, some of the finest, most valuable opal in the world. Word spread fast. Within years, miners from across Australia and beyond flooded into this desolate desert. Today, Coober Pedy produces about 70% of the world's opal supply. That's why it's called the opal capital of the world. But here's the thing: mining opal means digging deep into the earth. And those early miners quickly realized something: underground. It was cool, comfortable, protected. So they didn't just mine down there. They started living down there. The name Coober Pedy actually comes from the local Aboriginal term Coober Pedy, which means white man's hole. And it's incredibly fitting. What started as survival became a way of life. So what's it actually like to live underground? At first glance, these homes called dugouts look like any other house. There's electricity, plumbing, Wi-Fi, families cook dinners, kids do homework, people watch TV, but the walls solid rock, the ceiling curved sandstone, and there was no windows. The rock here is soft sandstone, which makes it relatively easy to excavate. Miners use machines to carve out homes, and the stone is so stable that it doesn't require much structural support. And it's not just homes, there are underground churches like this Serbian Orthodox Church, one of the most photographed spots in town. There are underground hotels where tourists can experience a night below the surface, underground bars and cafes, even underground opal shops and museums. But the real magic, the temperature. Above ground, it might be 45 degrees, but step underground and it's a constant 22 to 24 degrees Celsius, about 72 to 75 Fahrenheit year round. No air conditioning needed, no heaters in winter. The earth itself is your climate control. In a place where energy cost can be astronomical, that's not just convenient, it's essential. Residents also mention the quiet, the stillness, the sense of being protected from the heat when a dust storm rolls through. People above ground are battening down the hatches. Underground, you won't even know it's happening. You might think living underground would feel isolating, but the people of Coober Pedy have built a tight-knit, vibrant community. The town has about 1,700 residents from over 45 different nationalities. You'll hear Greek, Italian, Croatian, Serbian, and Aboriginal languages spoken on the streets. This diversity shows up in the town's culture, festivals celebrating different heritages, food from around the world, and a real sense of camaraderie. There's even an underground school, though it's mostly used for community events now. And like any small town, the local pub is the social heartbeat. People gather, share stories about opal find, complain about the heat above ground. One of the most unique aspects, the noodling culture. After miners finish a dig, locals and tourists are allowed to shift through the leftover piles of rock looking for overlooked opal. It's a community tradition. Living underground doesn't mean living apart. It means adapting together. Every year, tens of thousands of tourists visit Coober Pedy, and for good reason. This place is like nowhere else on earth. You can book a night in an underground hotel, sleep in a room carved from rock, and wake up in total darkness. No sunrise to disturb you. Guided tours take you deep into working and abundant mines, where you can learn about opal formation, mining techniques, and even try your hands at finding your own gem. And if you are lucky, you might actually find something. Above ground, there's the famous dingo fence, one of the longest fences in the world, and plenty of quirky desert photo ops. Film buffs will recognize the landscape. Movies like Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome and Pitch Black were filmed here because the terrain looks so otherworldly. And just outside town, the breakaways offer some of the most stunning desert scenery in Australia. Ancient, colorful rock formation that grow at sunset. For visitors, Coober Pedy is a glimpse into a completely different way of life. For residents, it's just home. But let's be honest, living underground isn't all comfort and cool temperatures. There are real challenges. Ventilation is critical. Without proper airflow, underground spaces can become stuffy or even dangerous. Most dugouts have ventilation shafts drilled up to the surface, creating natural airflow. Natural light is another issue. Some homes have clearly designed light shafts that bring sunlight deep underground, but many rely entirely on artificial lighting. Maintenance is ongoing. Dust still finds its way in. Occasional rain can cause leaks if the rock isn't properly sealed. And then there's the psychological aspect. Some people thrive underground, others miss the sky, the sunrise, the connection to the natural world above. But the people here are nothing if not resourceful. Solar panels are common, providing sustainable energy in one of the sunniest places on Earth. Mirrors and reflective surfaces help distribute light. And ultimately, most residents will tell you the same thing: the benefits far outweigh the drawbacks. Before we wrap up, here are some mind-blowing facts about Coober Pedy. About 60% of the population lives underground. That's over 1,000 people who call the earth itself their home. The Catacomb Church is one of the only underground churches in the world open to the public. While the surface can hit 45 degrees Celsius, underground homes stay at a comfortable 23 degrees without air conditioning. Coober Pedy produces 70% of the world's precious opal. The town has a golf course with absolutely no grass. Players carry around a small piece of turf to hit from. And here's a safety tip: watch where you walk. The landscape is dotted with unmarked mine shafts. Falling into one would be not great. It's a town where the rules of normal life simply don't apply. Coober Pedy is proof of something remarkable: human adaptability. Faced with one of the harshest climates on Earth, people didn't give up. They didn't just endure, they innovated. They turned the ground itself into shelter. They built homes, churches, businesses, and entire community beneath the surface. And in doing so, they created something unique: a town where the underground isn't a place of darkness, but of comfort, safety, and life. Coober Pedy reminds us that home isn't about where you are. It's about how you adapt, how you build, and how you connect with the people around you, even if that homes happen to be 10 meters below the surface. So here's my question for you. Would you live underground? Would you trade sunlight and windows for constant cool temperatures and protection from the elements? Or would you need to see the sky every day? If you enjoyed this journey into one of the world's most unique towns, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories about extraordinary places and the people who call them home. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.